Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everyone is having a fine Woo Woo Wednesday. I never know what the lighting situation is going to look like before the camera or before it actually goes live. So apologies, it's kind of dark in here and grainy on the screen. We have the sun kind of going in and out of clouds because it's kind of overcast today. So hopefully we're okay now that I have my window open. Looks like there's a big storm cloud kind of blocking out the sun, so we might be all right. This looks a lot better than when we started. But hello, everybody. Yeah, we have Venus now direct as of a few days ago. It's still gaining that momentum moving forward. And as of September 4th, Jupiter is now in retrograde. So we swap one guru out for another. So if you're anything like me and you have if your Venus, your natal Venus is in a sign that is ruled by Jupiter, it just feels like one big long extended Venus retrograde. Plus I technically also have Jupiter in the first house, so I'm already just feeling like redoing things, revamping things, just looking at things with a more keen perspective. Even though the retrograde has just started, I'm already like taking notes on changes I want to make and things I want to do. But how is everybody? How is everybody? Today we are going to be doing yet another giveaway, and we are going to be doing a free collective reading to get us started. If you are here, just shout out that, hey, I'm here, or hi, how's it going? We already have 2 donations in the queue as well. So we have Brianna with a 1 card and Kirsten for a full read. Hello, Kirsten. So yeah, we have quite an agenda going tonight. And why don't we just get right into it, huh? We will start with our collective reading, just everything that's going on, energetically and emotionally, mentally, physically, all the fun things. Hello, Brandy Lynn. Hello, Jessica Lynn. We got the Lynn squad. Kalaki 131, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's see what we need to know right now. Ooh, I saw one that was looking at me. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. So it was the wrong way in the deck, as you can see. It was like that. So that must be irrelevant and important. Let's see. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. There might be some new opportunities being presented that we can implement or plant in the material world. So that could be an idea that you then start taking action on. That could be an opportunity that's presented to you that you can then take action on. The key word there, though, is action. A lot of times to solidify or implement something in the more material or mundane reality, we need to take some sort of action or do some sort of thing that solidifies it. And I think that's what we're being asked to do right now. But let's get some clarifying cards on that. So we have the Hermit as well. So this is especially for my guys and girls out there who have like a retrograde Jupiter in their chart, or their Jupiter is in like a conjunction with their sun or their moon, or in their first house of their personality and their who they are. Yeah, like the moon. I'm seeing like people who have a Jupiter moon conjunction, Jupiter ascendant, or it's on the ascendant or in the first house, or Jupiter sun. Could even be Jupiter Venus. But specifically you guys, this is a big opportunity to really get in touch with who you are. This feels very personal. Like it's not business, it's personal right now for so many of you out there that are watching. Not that so many are watching, but many of you that are here, this will apply to you. But it does feel really good that, yes, you may be alone doing this introspection and gaining this knowledge and wisdom from within, but you're never alone. We do have a cat here on the Hermit's shoulder. So this might be really leaning on or relying on your pets, or like a good friend, someone who you can be your more vulnerable self with, whether it's friends, family, again, pets. But this Hermit energy, I think, is just really good to help round us out with this universal year number 7 of 2023 to amp us up for next year, 2024, which is going to be a universal year number 8, which is all about action and purpose and forward momentum. Things are moving quicker. So if things feel like they've stalled out in 2023, this is just a precursor to let you know there's some opportunities coming that you're going to be thrust upon or thrust into. But I think for most of you, this is something you're excited for, you're ready for. You may be the one, pulling the trigger on these ideas or these opportunities and then taking action. What else do we need to know right now? Ooh, so we have the Knight of Swords. Yes, that forward momentum and quick forward momentum, might I add. It's a, possible news that you're taking or that opportunity that you're taking now. And even if you don't have everything figured out, you have enough figured out that you can start taking actions or at least getting some plans together so that when it is time to take action, you're ready to pounce, ready to spring. And then we have the Three of Cups, which in this depiction of the Three of Cups, it's a very like little happy, cozy family or like tribe vibe kind of thing going on. Three of Cups normally does represent, your soul brothers, your soul sisters, gatherings, get-togethers, fun parties, celebrations. Although at the more dark side of a Three of Cups, it could indicate jealousy as well. So there might be with you, taking this introspection and maybe taking more time for yourself. I won't say that it's like pure jealousy that someone's jealous, but they may be just wanting more of your time and just kind of, I don't know if jealousy is the right word or resenting is the kind of right word here, but just wishing they had a bit more of your time. And for those of you that do have children, if you are really like involved or invested in something that's taking a lot of your mental capacity specifically or concentration, and you do have kids, just make sure you are putting enough time in your schedule that you are giving your kids one-on-one or even undivided attention as a group if you have more than one kid. Just a little thing to keep the waters from getting too churned up. We do have some pretty rigid waters going on here down beneath this little dragon guy. I don't know what we want to call him. It could even be a sea monster. Who knows? But yeah, with this Three of Cups, this to me feels like there will be cause for celebration. We have some abundance here piled up with the fruits here. So there is this like abundance coming in that is going to be cause for celebration. But it also, all the abundance and celebration, abundance is a good thing. We always think, oh, abundance is a good thing, but we still have to make room in our lives for the abundance. Think of abundance as, getting a new wardrobe or, I don't know, for me, buying a couple new decks of tarot cards. Yes, it's great to have that abundance and have it come into the home, but I also have to make a home for it or room in my life for the abundance that's coming in. So that might look like me, maybe purging or decluttering my shelves to make room for said tarot decks or, just making room in your life for the new energy. And you can release the old or let the old go and bring in this new energy as well. Oh, you are in the process of decluttering to make room. Well, there, you're right on time for this reading, Linda. Yes. All right. What else do we need to know? Our wonderful little collective here watching now and on the replay. And we have passion here. So that passion is also coming back online. For those of you that have felt stagnant in just who you feel to be as a person, which, we've all been there at times. The cue or the key is just not to get stuck in that just kind of almost Eeyore, woe is me kind of thought about yourself, about the way you present yourself, just about life in general, just going through the motions. Many of you that have maybe felt that way, especially more recently, there's a sense of passion coming back to your projects, to how you show up in your relationships, to just how you wake up in the morning and you just feel more passionate about your life and more excited, even about doing the dishes or, calling up that friend, or even when you're feeling a little overwhelmed or even just blah about something, there's a sense of passion coming in to help the overwhelm. It's like you're passionate about overcoming something, some sort of obstacle, challenge, even implementing this new idea or this new endeavor that many of you are about ready to kick off on either the end of this year or going into 2024. I feel like I have to sneeze. I hate when that happens. But it says here on the passion card, do what excites you. So for some of you, this is about making time and making space, making room in your life for also your passions, the things that do make you feel excited and inspired, and that may even at times feel frivolous, but sometimes we need, not just want, but we need time to just have that downtime, to feel frivolous, to almost feel like we're wasting time, but really there's no such thing. We also have here, get fired up about your life and increase your energy levels. So if you guys have been anything like me the past few days, pretty much since school started last Wednesday, so we're a week ago today, my kids went back to school. And I think there's maybe 2 or 3 days so the 3 days last week and then the 3 days this week. I think there was only 2 days of those days that I didn't take a nap. I've just been tired, guys. I don't know what it's been. So if you also have been feeling tired and just like, I just need more energy, it's coming. It's on the way. It's on the way. It might take a minute to show up because we do have Venus starting to go forward, Jupiter starting its retrograde back. Things take time. It doesn't all just happen at once. Where do I want to go next? I'm feeling this deck. All right. Anything else we need to know before we close out our collective reading, and we will get started. Brianna, let me know that you're here. If not, I can always timestamp hers for sure. She did leave her question. I'm pretty sure she usually does that. And then Kirsten, if Brianna's not here, we'll start with your question. And I'm not sure if Kirsten left her question in the PayPal comment section or if you want to type it out, Kirsten, but feel free. Linda's resonating so much with the collective. Awesome. Well, you can go ahead and post it at any time. Anytime that you want to type it out, feel free to post it. And we'll get right into it very, very soon. And we also have a giveaway coming at some point, you guys, so don't go away. All right, closing out our collective. What else do we need to know? Ooh, look at this. I love it. Happiness. We got the double suns here. So some of you literally might be finding more happiness, especially those that have two suns. I do have two suns, so I'm like, double suns. I got double suns. I got two suns. But even if that doesn't apply to you, you have daughters or you have more than 2 kids or only 1 kid, doesn't matter. There's a lot of happiness coming from children or in regards to children or just allowing more of your children into your space, into your, work life or just making more time for them, whatever that looks like specifically to you. But there is happiness coming in. Even those that don't have children, there's still happiness coming in. And I think it is a result majorly of this just renewed passion in something. And a lot of times when there's a renewed or a rejuvenation of energy in one area of life, it's usually then also kind of bleeds or like reflects into the other areas of life, both good and bad. When we got really frustrating things going on at career, we can bring that home, or if we're frustrated with a friend, we can then bite our parents' head off, or you just never know. But a lot of times it's good though. When it's a good thing, then it kind of goes into all areas of life. But when it's a bad thing, we got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. But I see that there is just this renewed happiness, passion, cause for celebration, just reigniting connections that maybe have gone by the wayside for those of you that maybe have connections that just you haven't been putting the effort or time into. And, sometimes you go through ebbs and flows in certain relationships, and that's totally okay. But there is this balance of, other people and, of course, also your own energy, because we do have that hermit energy here as well, which is more self-centric, not self-centered, but like self-centric. It's like a lot of your time, effort, attention, energy is going into who you are, what you're accomplishing, what you're doing. But again, don't forget those that you love and that you want to bring along for the ride in your journey of life. All right, so that will do it for our collective read. And Brianna, let me know if you're here. So we're going to do a quick shout out for Brianna. If she's here, we'll do her reading. If she's not here, we will skip over to Kirsten's, and I will timestamp Brianna since I do have her question. I did see that come through the email earlier today, so I do know she left her question. Okay, so shuffling everything up here. Quick drink of water, and then we will see if Brianna's here. And if not, moving on to Kirsten's question. And it's still pretty dark in here, isn't it? I don't know. Brighten it up a bit. There. And my water bottle's whistling at us. Okay. So, I am not seeing Brianna's question, or just her acknowledgement that she's here. So we're going to get right into Kirsten's full reading. And so right after Kirsten's reading, if we don't have any other donations come in, I will then do Brianna's reading, and then that will be it. Unless we do have other donations come in, of course, not it as far as the whole live stream, because we do still have the giveaway. So it might be as early as right after Brianna's question. But if we do have other donations come in, it'll be somewhere during the live stream. All right, so Kirsten wants to know, should she study substance abuse counseling or elementary school teaching? Which one will make me happier? will I be able to handle living with my parents if I study teaching? Okay, so let's kind of break this down into like a twofer kind of thing. So we'll ask, should she study the abuse counseling? So there's that card. And then should she study elementary school teaching? There's that card. And then which one will make her happier? We'll pull a card on the happiness factor of each. So substance abuse counseling and the childhood. We get 2 for that, the childhood or elementary school. And then be able to handle living with parents while studying teaching. Here's the card for that. Okay, so let's break it down. So should you study substance abuse counseling? Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's definitely could be one of, if not one of multiple income streams, but it could also be your breadwinner because she is carrying that big cornucopia there of fruits. The fruits of your labor will definitely pay off if you go that route. And then as far as happiness, we have 5 of Cups. So there might be that you do really love what you're doing, but it could bring about a bit of depression, or you just get very connected to or attached to certain people you work with, that their stories and you helping them, it becomes even more personal than just business, kind of like what we're talking about in the like collective reading, like it's personal now. So there might be this hard, it's like hard for you to separate work from when you log out or sign out for the day. You still might be thinking about those clients at home and worrying about them and hoping they're doing well. So there might be an element of that going on, which is understandable for anyone who can have those empathic tendencies. It would probably be difficult in way of separating that from just day-to-day life, but also there is this added element of you caring. When you care deeply about the work you're doing and the purpose behind it and the people involved, that makes some of the best insert career people here. And in this case, substance abuse counselor. So this tells me you care. You would do very well at it because you care. So yes. So, but as far as happiness goes, again, there might be a tendency to at times be depressed because you take on a lot of the emotions or struggles of the people you're working with. So keep that in mind. As far as studying elementary school teaching, we have the moon. And the moon, it's like this is multifaceted. There's deeper layers than just, oh, I would love to hang out with kids all day. Like there's a multifaceted approach to why you want to do this. And to me, this does feel like a majorly good fit. But again, at times, it might make you wistful for wanting to have your own children. So as far as happiness goes, we have the Chariot and Judgment. These are 2 major arcana energies. So happiness-wise, teaching is going to be where it's at for your ultimate happiness and for your more like intuitive, like, again, with the moon and even the motherly energies of the moon, it's your better bet as far as being able to live the life you've always imagined for yourself. That being said, though, it doesn't mean you can't do both, because we've already established, dear Kirsten, you're very talented and could do many different things, and maybe not many things all at once, but you can at least do maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 things at once. But again, there's going to be like a breadwinner kind of career and then maybe side hustle or 2. But it's definitely going to bring a lot of happiness doing the elementary school education if that's the route you want to go. And then as far as being able to handle living with your parents if you study teaching, we have the Hierophant, which another major arcana energy. This makes sense because, again, with your father's energy involved in this, he might still have this sense of control or you feeling controlled living under your parents' roof. So really there is just this whole sense of, it's almost like you're signing a contract or signing a bit of your time or your life away, almost like you're doing time, so to speak. But again, I see it paying off very well in the end. It may not always be happy living with the parents during the time of studying this teaching, but at the same time, it will pay off and you'll see the silver lining of it down the road. But again, it might be difficult because there is a sense of control your father does have with you under his roof. So yeah, let's just see any other advice or wisdom to close out the reading. Okay, we had one fall and one up here. So we have the Magician and the Devil. Oh my goodness, so much major arcana energy going on here. So the Devil energy to me feels like you going back and forth between this career, that career, that career, trying to just narrow it down or decide. But with the Magician here, the decision, the talent, the skill, it's all in your hands, and you are going to be able to make the best choice for yourself. I can't ignore on the card, though, the fact there's a child as the Magician. So this really, to me, feels like you tuning into your inner child to be able to, get the best possible answer for yourself. And again, the elementary school education thing, again, dealing with children, is most likely going to be your best bet as far as your ultimate happiness goes. But as far as, putting food on the table, bringing abundance, the substance abuse counseling would be where it's at to really bring in more money for yourself. But that does come with the, I guess, caveat or kind of downside of just becoming emotionally invested in the people you're helping, and at times just not being able to turn your mind off of work. So I hope that helped kind of pave the path for two possible outcomes here for you for your career. But again, the choice is up to you, and you have the ability to do either of these things or any other thing that you want. It's just a matter of, with that Magician, and the Chariot, deciding what you want and then going for it. And I would say dedicating your time. So if you do decide to do the teaching thing, of course you could do, the other things that you're qualified to do for work in the meantime. But really trying to focus and buckle down on, like, if you have to do student teaching or anything like that, would probably take priority over, other side hustles at the time. So just make sure, whatever you do, decide that you're putting your full effort and attention into it so that it doesn't either fizzle out or you later decide to change that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because, so much of people's lives is just twists and turns of, I think I want to do this. No, now I want to do this. No, I'm going to go back to this. No, I'm going to do this. That's the beauty of life. We never know what we're going to do until we do it a lot of times. And then when we do it or follow through with certain things or decide to not follow through with other things, it can lead us down a road that is completely unique to us. All right. Hello, Wu-Tang Tia. Yes, we're still doing the giveaway. It has not happened yet, but stay tuned. We're going to be giving that away very soon. Your channel has helped so much, following my intuition and tuning into possible psychic abilities, referring to the Done Creative channel. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I had so much fun making those videos, and there's a part of me that wants to go like full force back into it, but then another part of me is like, no, I need to focus on my writing. So again, much like Kirsten, I'm torn. What direction do I go? Well, thanks for saying that, and I hope my day is wonderful. It is wonderful, and I hope the same for you as well, Tia. Thank you so much. All right. Michelle Lynn says she has donated as well, so I'm going to check that out here in about 2 seconds. And we might even just be able to go right into your reading, Michelle, because I don't think Brianna's here. I'm going to timestamp her reading, so that's easy to do. Let me just see. It's not showing up in my email, Michelle Lynn, so let me head over to PayPal, see that it came through. I trust you. I know that it probably did if you sent it, but PayPal's being kind of a butt lately to me, so I have to go in, log in, figure it all out. It's not sending me notifications anymore, and about half the time it's sending me an email. So I better probably check it anyway, just to see that we didn't have other people who donated and then didn't get their reading yet. Okay. Let's see. Take a quick drink while we wait. It's there. So, I'm not sure, again, because it didn't email me. It's weird how it will, I'll hide your name, so, but it shows this. Let me go back to the camera view so I can see that we can see it. Okay, so it shows this. It gives me that much of your question. It doesn't even follow through. Even though I clicked it, it won't give me the rest of your question. So, Michelle, if I could ask you, sorry to type your question out here, because it's doing its crazy thing and not letting me see all of it. So I see, okay. This part, actually again, I'll hide names. It gives me like one more sentence on when I first click on it, but then when I go to expand it, it gives me less, which makes no sense. But it says, these last 4 months of the year, I'm still looking for a new car, also trying online dating, but I'm not feeling drawn to anyone, and then ... That's where it cuts off. So yeah, fun that it's not letting us know. So if you want to go ahead and type that out, sorry to ask you to have to type it all out yet again. But that'll help us get to the bottom of what you're wanting to know today. Get you the right answers for you. So will I gain any clarity in any of these areas of my life before the year ends? Car, dating, health, trying to get more confident in the gym and bring new energy. My back is feeling much better, but not 100%. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's always kind of like step one, is just being able to feel good enough to, get back to the gym. So let's see. So you don't need for full reading. We'll kind of try to break this down into like multiple little readings just to try to get the information. Work within the parameters we have here. So yes, car. So you weren't really drawn, I think that's what you said, weren't really drawn to, I don't know if it was the car or a person. I'm going to double check. I'm going back over to PayPal. Okay. So still looking for a car. Okay. So as far as the car goes, let's pull a card for the car. Oh, we got 2 for the car. So there's something that needs to be said. And as far as online dating, get a card for that. Not feeling drawn to anyone yet. And then gaining clarity also in health. Ooh, here's health. Okay. All right. So starting with the car situation, we have 3 of Pentacles. So there's working together, maybe even getting word of mouth, or maybe even calling up dealerships and saying what it is you're looking for and just seeing if they have any input. Because sometimes they know like the ins and outs of the like details of the cars that maybe us as a consumer wouldn't know. And then the Magician. So again, ultimately you're in control of this. And I'm pretty sure it was you at one point I told this story to about my husband and I looking for a car for like 2+ years. And we knew what kind we wanted. We knew generally we wanted because we were shopping in 2019. We wanted the newer model of the Ford Explorer at the time. The newest one was the I think they started making them in 2016, 2017. And then by 2018, the body style had changed again. We didn't really like that body style. So we were looking for the 2016, 2017 body style specifically in 2019. But we looked for 2 years for that body style. And we just were like, yeah, we should get it. We should do it. And it wasn't until I saw the exact color, the exact everything I wanted on a car lot when I went home for a friend's wedding and was like, let's just test drive it. And we did. And that's the exact car we got, was the one we test drove. It's just sometimes putting that little extra effort of, saying we want a car, doing all this research, but then actually going, boots on the ground, going to the dealerships, doing the test drive. And even if you have test drove a few, the fact that, like in my example, I knew what I wanted. So once the test drive happened and the price was right and, everything just lined up. But if you're still unsure of the exact model you're wanting or type or what have you, being able to test drive a couple different ones and then, relying on your intuition, making pros and cons lists, this can help narrow things down as well. So that would be the advice for the car. So as far as the dating situation, we have 7 of Cups. It's like the dating game, the online dating game of making a choice. It can be confusing, maybe having so many options and just not really knowing exactly, again, maybe what you're looking for. So that can be hard. Again, this is the typical card of not being able to narrow it down, or, nothing's really standing out. They all just kind of muddle together. But I always say this, at the heart of the 7 of Cups, it's a card of hope. So the hope that, being single and then wanting to turn that into dating someone, that hope is what's going to carry you to a relationship. I do want to get a clarifier on this just to see any advice or wisdom from Michelle about maybe me narrowing down these searches, or, finding another way. If online dating isn't really working, finding another way to meet somebody. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Sometimes you just gotta, I just heard it, like, sometimes you gotta kiss a few frogs to find your prince. I don't think you have to go that far, but sometimes just saying yes to a date, even if you're not really feeling it online, you just never know when you meet someone in person. Even if you make it real casual, like let's just do coffee during the day, not so much like a night type date where you got to dress all up and, try to go through the whole thing. This to me feels like you, again, just test driving a couple dates, not maybe as far out as having to kiss anybody if you don't want to go down that road, but just, feeling people's vibe. You know what I mean? Just to see what it is that you're looking for. And even if you do know what you're looking for, but you're just not seeing it, sometimes you just may not see exactly what you're looking for online, but you might be able to meet in person and see that there are, sparks or that chemistry or just, I don't know, these attributes you're looking for. You might see them in person easier than online. So, and as far as your like health, getting back to the gym, all that, we have the Two of Wands. So this is about making a plan. So this is about, you got a lot of follow through with your car search and your dating, as far as just, putting boots to the ground, getting out there, doing it, experiencing it. With the gym, again, I feel the planning stage is just making sure you're finding safe ways to exercise and work out that you are not going to hurt your back again. So this might even look like planning ahead of time or doing things at home to kind of work your way back up to where you want to be before you go to the gym. It could look like either of those things. Kind of just want to pull a clarifier just to see any other advice or wisdom from Michelle for health with this. Yeah, the Fool. Take a leap of faith. But again, it's funny because take a leap of faith. But it's like you've made some plans, then you can take the leap of faith. So if you are just feeling like I just want to get back to the gym, but I feel this is holding me back, that's holding me back, whatever. Maybe just try going to the gym one day and just see how you feel. You don't have to exert yourself beyond, reason, but just, sometimes just getting back out there can just be that little boost we need to just think, okay, I can do this. And I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to take it easy, but I'm back. I'm back, baby. But again, there might be a bit of planning, or you're just kind of working your way up at home by doing certain things at home to get yourself back there. But then I feel like before December, you're going to be ready to make a move back to the gym. So if you're wanting to work out now or have been working out wherever that is, just continue with that. And again, make a plan to do it as safely as possible so you don't re-injure your back. Dating and car situation, nothing feels right yet. Just feeling like the intuition has been quiet. And, we all go through phases like that. And it can be disheartening, but look what's on the back of the deck. There's going to be, at some point, very soon, in the dating, the car, a decision to be made. So, and this is a good decision and a life-changing decision. It's not just some humdrum, oh, am I going to wear blue underwear or red today? I don't know. No, this is a pretty big deal as far as life goes. And you got that on the back of the deck as the underlying energy for all three of these kind of areas of life that we're tuning into. So, good thing. And especially with the love life, the Lover's card, you're going to find someone that you at least are sparking with. I would say by December, again, it's kind of it feels like so far away, but really it's like a stone's throw away. I mean, December is almost here. If we really think about in the grand scheme of 2023, we're closer to December than we are January of 2023. That's for sure. I dropped the card, so pick that up. It was already part of your reading. So if it wasn't, I was going to include it in the reading, but yes, the Lovers on the back of the deck. So yeah, just even sometimes to kind of wake that intuition up, one thing I do is I just talk to myself inside my head. Asking for signs, simple synchronicities, talking to my inner self. It helps. It does. A lot of times we can feel, I can see the kind of anxiety about it that you're feeling is, well, what if I make the wrong choice? Or what if nothing really sparks anything for me? It will eventually. 9 of Wands. So 9s, they are about completion before starting over or starting a new cycle. And, the 9 of Wands lets me know you're much closer to that finish line than you're thinking. I always call this my Olympic athlete card, as those of you who are around here a lot know. That Olympic athlete card is all about don't give up. You're so close to some sort of breakthrough or light at the end of the tunnel. You can't maybe see it yet, but very soon you will be there. And look, Knight of Swords. This came out in our collective. So this is about quick and forward momentum. Even if you don't have everything figured out or you don't know exactly what you're looking for, just sometimes making those moves and showing up in your material world will make those things pop off. So yay! Yeah, there's a lot of good things coming. It's just kind of that faith that the universe is looking for you, or from you, I should say, is for you to just take some action in one direction or another. Even if you decide to switch gears or go a different direction, sometimes, I just used a car pun. I didn't even realize switch gears. So yeah, maybe even just being open-minded to whatever, and you just never know what's going to come in. So yeah, pros and cons lists are so much more useful. Yeah, right. I know. I just don't. There was a movie, like a rom-com kind of movie back in the day, where someone had a pros and cons list about dating someone, and then that said someone found the pros and cons list. I cannot remember what date. So maybe something, the word date was in the title. I don't know. I think someone found the pros and cons list. It might have been a book I read. I don't remember. Someone might know what that is. To me, it felt like it was. I think it was like the guy, if I remember correctly, the guy was like a risk assessment analysis person. Could have been Ben Stiller. For some reason, I'm picturing Ben Stiller's face. But he like analyzed. Was it like Along Came Polly? Was that it? Is that it? Anyone seen that movie and can verify? I'm hearing ding ding ding. We have a winner in my head. So I've seen that movie once, like years ago. I'm getting chills now, so I hope that's confirmation. But hey, Brandy Lynn said Friends, and I'm pretty sure that Rachel from Friends, aka Jen Aniston, was in Along Came Polly. So boom, maybe. Let me know though. Those of you that have seen Along Came Polly can verify that I'm not talking out of my butt. Yes, hopefully before the year ends, you'll have a new ride. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yes. All right. So up next, I did see we had another donation come in. So I'm going to see who that was. Yeah, I think it is a common trope for the day. I know I've seen lots of episodes of Friends, but I can't quite put my finger on the episode you're talking about. I wasn't like a Friends fanatic back in the day, but you see an episode here, an episode there. And then when it was on Netflix years ago, I watched the whole thing through, but it's not dinging for me, one specific. Yeah, but those of you that are Friends queens, you would probably know more than I would. But yeah, it's got to be a pretty common trope of someone writing something down and then the person that they wrote it about finds it. Like, that's a pretty common trope. Yeah. Not unheard of for sure. So let's see. So we have Kirsten, and then we have Marlene. Marlene has donated. So Marlene, we're going to get right into your question because we don't have Brianna here. I'm going to timestamp her reading, and we'll just kind of save it for later. And who knows, maybe she'll show up at some point during the live stream. We can just do it live for her. I mean, we're doing it live for her anyway, but as far as her not having to rewatch the replay or watch the replay, I should say. Yeah, okay. So Marlene can go ahead and post her question. We'll get right into it, and then Brianna's on deck. And of course, we have that giveaway looming somewhere. Giveaway. Coming in hot. Marlene and then Brianna, both one card reads. Oh, we had another donation come in as well. One card for Marlene. And whoever just donated. Let's see. And now I see Michelle Lynn's email come in. Now I see it. So it was Michelle Lynn, but delayed by God knows how many minutes. So it was Michelle Lynn's question. And now it's in full glory here in my email. But it's late. So, but we figured it out. We got it all sorted. So yes, we have Marlene who has her question out. So yes. All right. Yes, Tia is rooting you on, Michelle. My mom got her tooth pulled recently and it's taking a little longer to heal. Do you see it getting better soon? I'm a little worried. Yes, let's tune into that for her. I'm seeing like a accumulation of fluid or like swelling maybe is kind of like the vibe I'm getting, kind of sensitive, a bit painful kind of feeling. Let's just see, because to me, like the pain level I'm feeling is like when I had an abscess like back in my wisdom tooth and it hurt so bad. So if she's dealing with that kind of pain, my heart goes out to her. That is not fun. So I don't know if she had that going on that then resulted in having to have the tooth pulled because she was dealing with massive amounts of abscess or swelling or pain. Oh, but she is having swelling now. Let's just see if there's any advice or what's going on here. Six of Cups. So something from the past. Something from the past coming in. It feels like past in this life. Oh, that's totally cool. Tia, you can just hang out, have some fun. We still have a giveaway. So hey, you might win the giveaway. You just never know. Let's see, for Marlene's mom, the swelling. Yeah, 9 of Wands. Okay, so she's light at the end of the tunnel. Finish line's almost here. Doesn't have insurance. So she went to someone that works from home to get it pulled. Oh no. Because to me, what I'm feeling with that swelling and then just seeing in my mind's eye like my own like abscess that then led to me getting all my wisdom teeth pulled. I'm like, well, if we're gonna pull one, I might as well just get it all over with, pull them all. There might be a bit of infection. I don't want that to worry you though, because I don't see it as something that is like, oh my gosh, like clutches pearls and it's scary. But it might come to it that she might have to do a round of antibiotics or something to get that infection kind of under control. But let's see. Let's tune in to see exactly the next steps here. If it's going to heal on its own, because sometimes infections can do that, or if it's going to take some sort of medical help. Okay, the moon. So there's multiple like outcomes here, I guess we could say. So it could go multiple ways. And I would say too, if she's scared or worried about it going wrong, she could even manifest that. So trying to have her be as positive about this as she can will help. Oh, she's already taken antibiotics. Okay, so that'll ease her mind as far as any kind of infection goes. If there is one, those antibiotics should knock that out. A year ago, they worked on that tooth, but I guess they didn't do a very good job, so she got it pulled since it was bugging her again. Yeah, oh my gosh. And that, okay, that makes sense with the 6 of Cups. And then this feels like it's been quite the journey because, to me, it's like taking that Olympic athlete analogy. It's like first you had the regional, I don't know, event, and then you had nationals, and then now you're at the Olympics. It's like, so she's been down this road with the same tooth, dealing with pain multiple times. So this ain't her first rodeo with this pain. But as far as the outcome goes, I want to see, the most likely potential outcome as far as her being able to just kick this in the butt and heal it on herself, on her own, or with her own manifestation or just positive thinking and the antibiotics and all the fun things. We have the King of Swords. So if she keeps saying things like my tooth is killing me or things like that, we can manifest. I mean, not like, okay, my head is killing me, my tooth is killing me. Not that we're going to manifest ourselves being dead, but something that we can then really fixate on the pain, and it kind of amplifies the pain. And it's very interesting how his like face is kind of lit up almost like a sun. Like there's a lot going on pain wise, or even just mental thought process wise with this King of Swords energy here. But to have the King of Swords as an outcome, this is a really good thing. This feels like she's back in control of something. And when we're dealing with pain, we can feel like we're out of control in our own body. So I actually love seeing this as the most likely outcome. Is there going to be a need for any further medical intervention for Marlene's mom with this same tooth issue? We have Ace of Swords, which indicates a yes. So I don't know if there's something they missed or they just didn't do it right. But a lot of times with the King of Swords, this is about speaking up or speaking our truth in some way. So she might have to go back to the person or say, hey, I'm really dealing with some pain here. Either they're giving her something for the pain so that the swelling can go down and then her peace of mind can come and that her body will take over and do the healing. Or, with this sword here, almost like digging or, going in and doing something that maybe they botched it the first time or they didn't do it very well, which sounds like they've already been down that road. But I did outrightly ask if there was any kind of further medical intervention. Again, I don't see it as this like doom and gloom kind of scenario, but at the very least to bring the swelling down if there is any of that going on and to, make her feel better and to get this thing healed and cleared up. There might be a need for, I don't know if it's some sort of pain medication or another round of antibiotics or a different kind of antibiotics. I'm not sure exactly what this means. I can get one more clarifier on this though. But to answer my question, if she might need further medical intervention, that is answering it directly with a yes. Um, but this could also indicate that the antibiotics she's already on will start really kicking in and she'll be seeing that. So that could indicate that she's already on this medical intervention by way of these antibiotics she's already on. And that's really the way I want to lean toward. That's really, yeah, temperance. Yeah, that's what I want to lean toward. But if she is having further issues or the swelling's just not going down, I would give you the advice to give her to go in, if not to the same person, if they can't really do anything for her, then to go into some sort of other place that can actually take care of her. And I know the fact she doesn't have insurance can really complicate things, because who wants an unnecessary medical bill if they don't have to? I totally get it. But for the most part, with the temperance as partial outcome here with this Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, this lets me know things will balance out, and it's almost like her body will take over with the aid or help of this antibiotic to clear anything that's not going well up here and to help that swelling go down. And yeah, and you know, I'm not a medical professional by any means, and I'm not giving any kind of medical advice here. This is just you know, words coming out. But you know, as far as pain and all that, there's certain little medications that you can just buy over the counter that can help with swelling and inflammation and things. Yeah, go call her in a bit and see if she is feeling better. I think that's good. And sometimes just her knowing that, hey, Marlene cares about me, she's calling to check in on me, that can be peace of mind for her as well, that, you know, I'll be taken care of. Something's going to happen here in a good way, that I'm going to feel taken care of. Yeah, not getting better, we'll have to look into going to an actual dentist office, right? And you don't want to probably have to do that, but of course, if things aren't improving, that's probably exactly what you will have to do. Just for your own peace of mind, health-wise, that's, I would say, worth the bill, even though it might be like, oh, I don't want to have to do this. But it will be worth it to know she's okay, you know? But that's my best advice. I think for the most part, just this same tooth has given her issues, and going to the person and from their home, it might, again, trying to save money and things might actually end up costing about what she would have paid getting it, you know, the first time. But I don't see any like dire or doom and gloom kind of outcomes here as a result. So eventually things will, either those antibiotics will kick in, or she will take it a step further and go to someone who can take better care of her and get her all situated. Either way though, you know, a year from now, this will be something of the past, you know, so she won't have to deal with it again. All right. Sorry, Marlene, that your mom's going through this. This is never, ever fun. So let her know, let her know that you're there for her, and you'll do whatever you need to get her feeling better, whether that looks like you driving her into the dentist or, you know, just being that cheerleader on the sidelines, telling her that those antibiotics are going to help or something. All right. So up next, we have Brianna, who I'm going to timestamp. And actually, since we're all here, let me just double check that we didn't have any other donations come in. No, we're still clear. Okay. Let's do the giveaway. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, it's been at the back of my mom, but yes, thank you. I'm sure she'll be fine. Yeah, I totally feel she'll be fine. So yeah, let's get into our giveaway. So if you're new here or you're wondering, how do I win this giveaway? There's really no rules, but here's the directions. So I'm going to shuffle this tarot deck, and I will pull a card, or a card will fly out, however it happens. And your job to win the giveaway is to figure out what tarot card am I holding in my hand. Now that we've got some lightning and thunder outside, I think I can fix the lighting there. There we go. It's a little grainy, but hey, we'll roll with it. So you will have to figure out, using your intuition or guessing, what tarot card am I going to draw? And you can start guessing tarot cards right now. If you just want to guess, you can guess as many times as you want. And we will go until someone gets it. So if we're going and going and going and no one's guessing what the tarot card is, I'll then narrow it down and say it's a major arcana, or it's a pentacle card, or it's a court card, meaning a page, knight, queen, king. Those are court cards. Yeah. So start guessing, everybody. Start guessing. And we're going to pull the card right now. Ooh. This card came out in someone's reading tonight, so that'll narrow it down just a bit. And in fact, this came out in Marlene's reading for her mom as the clarifier. So I just narrowed it down quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let me just double check no one had actually guessed this. Okay. Nope, nope. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, keep on guessing, guys. All right. So I'll narrow it down even further. Not a major arcana. Not a major arcana. So it's a card, as in ace through 10, of a suit. And it just came out in Marlene's reading, so we can really narrow that down. Okay, let's see. I will narrow it down further. It is a swords card. Marlene's like, oh my god, I don't remember. Right? Yeah, there were quite a few cards that came out though, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Not the 10 of Swords. Think lower. Think lower. I always say these cards are a yes. Because I asked the direct question and answered a direct yes. It's a Swords card. All right. Keep guessing, ladies. You're this close. You're almost there. It's probably the only number you haven't guessed yet. And technically it's not a number, but it is. But it isn't. But it is. There it is, Marlene. Yes, that Ace of Swords. When I asked if there would need to be further medical intervention, this came out as the yes, and also the sword to me felt like digging something out. So yeah, Marlene, what would you like to know? You have won the giveaway. Yes. All right. So let's find out what Marlene's question is. And we still have time. Anyone joining us can donate to get their reading answer, or their question answered in a reading, I should say. And we have Brianna's that I still need to do, and timestamp. You're so welcome. Yeah, and of course, if you don't know what to ask, you can always just leave it open to Spirit or what have you. Yeah. All right, so Marlene wants to know what she needs to know right now. Let's tune in. Ooh, we have 8 of Cups. So there's walking away. This can be more metaphorical than literal. This could just be emotionally pulling your energy back from one thing to be able to use it for something else. And that's more the vibe I'm getting here than ending a relationship or, cutting your losses with something. This to me feels more of you shifting your energy or your effort, attention, time, emotional investment from one thing to another. That's what this feels like to me. So let's see if we can tune into what area of life this is talking about. Oh, 10 of Cups. So this might be like family vibes. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. If you're pulling your energy back, maybe from the things that are taking you away from time spent with family, but if you've been just too in the family vibe lately, maybe you're taking some more time for yourself. So whatever resonates most, because we can interpret this message that we're getting kind of opposite ways. So if you've been spending just so much time with the family, this is about pulling that energy back a bit and giving yourself some of your own time. But if it's been about, you've been really busy at work and then busy with this, busy with that, and just not having as much time for the family, this is about balance, finding more balance towards spending more time with family. So whichever one is where you've been, you'll be going kind of more the other, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm not confusing you. So let's see what else Marlene needs to know about this, or just anything else coming in. Ooh. 9 of Swords. So something you've been worrying about, there's really no need to worry. And the first thing that popped into my head was about your mom and the situation she's dealing with the dentist and her tooth and stuff. So really, yes, of course you're worrying because it's scary when she's got some swelling and, she's already had trouble with this tooth and all that. But at the same time, it's showing there's nothing to really worry about. In the grand scheme of life, this is a blip on the radar. This isn't life-changing stuff here. So I feel like she's gonna be fine, and there's really nothing to worry about. Of course, though, us worrying makes us feel like we care, right? So we do it. Yeah, in my head earlier, that's exactly what I was thinking. I need to be more present, because they're always with me. Yeah, and I think that's a thing all moms go through. All like it's all moms, even if they're the most attuned, perfect mom out there. There's always some mom guilt somewhere. We have the devil again, so there's just these things that are weighing on your mind. The devil is a very mental energy as well as this nine of swords. And I always call the eight of swords like the lower octave of the devil. And then once we, feel trapped in our own mind, that eight of swords energy, it then carries over into our dreams or our, sleepless nights even, as anxiety and stress. It just starts to manifest as anxiety and stress. And with the devil coming out to, kind of say that, yeah, there's a lot going on with maybe just not feeling like you're, especially as moms, we think we have to wear all the hats all the time and be on for everybody all the time, and we don't. And when we're not, and we do pull back and get into our own energy at times, then we can feel guilty. So this is about not feeling guilty and still getting your proper care, your proper rest, being able to do what you enjoy, and finding things that both you enjoy and your kids and your family all enjoy. That's like a win-win for everybody because everybody's having fun. It's not like anybody has to give in and compromise because everyone's having fun. So if that looks like having a family game night or going bowling or whatever it is that all of you at least kind of like or even enjoy, that would be like the best thing to do to really bring everyone together and feel really connected. What else do we need to know from Marlene? Anything else she needs to know? The Hanged Man. Yeah, so you just might have been feeling almost like life is like Groundhog Day, like same stuff, different day, same chores, same work stuff, same kid stuff, same gotta cook dinner. It gets monotonous at times. But this shift in energy, if you did miss the collective reading we did at the beginning, there's a big shift coming. So this really feels like almost like an extended reading of our collective we did at the beginning. So if you did miss that, feel free to check it out for some further clarity and guidance on what's going on here. You're feeling your best at times lately, but it's not feeling your best at times. Okay, I do my best to keep chugging along. Yeah. And especially if you're feeling tired or just have a lot of headaches or, you're just not like feeling 100% in your own energy and then you have to extend your energy to others. It can just, by the end of the day, you're ready to just turn out the lights and just be zoned out. But then a lot of times it's almost like a double-edged sword or like a doubling down on misery when you then have insomnia or can't sleep, or you are sleeping, but you're having very fitful or restless sleep, or you're having a lot of nightmares, or you just waking up feeling more exhausted than ever. And it can just almost feel like this perpetual cycle, which, it's hard. But let's just see any wisdom or guidance for Marlene to just be feeling more on her game. Oh, I love it. Yes. This really is like an extension of that collective we did. We have the Ace of Wands here. So this really is about getting this spark of passion, of motivation to move forward in a regard that, where you were maybe feeling scattered or stuck or just monotonous things. There's inspiration for new energy coming in here. So that's good. And that will really help this kind of anxious, kind of mental energy of feeling stuck or not worthy or should be doing this better or should be doing that better. It's going to start kind of subsiding for you. So, all right, Marlene, I hope that resonated for you, brought you a little bit of guidance and clarity. And again, congratulations on winning our giveaway. All right. So we have one more reading. Let me just double check on PayPal that we didn't have any other donations come in since my PayPal email is, oh, you're going to donate. Well, then we will do your reading first. Go ahead and post once you've donated, and we'll do that. And we will also do Brianna's. I will double check, though, right directly on PayPal, just because it's not emailing me all the time now. And I got to log in. So Pika Lee wants to donate. We'll get into her question here momentarily. Continue on over to PayPal. To email me my code to log in. All the security clearances here. Okay, yeah, Marlene was our most recent one, and Michelle, Kirsten. Okay, so we're caught up on donations. We will wait for Pika Lee's donation to come in. Oh, Brandy Lynn, you'll type your question when it's your turn. Well, technically it's your turn right now because, Pika Lee is going to donate right now. So feel free to type out your question, and then it looks like we have a donation coming in for Pika Lee. So whoever gets their question out first. Well, it looks like Pika Lee, I got your question here. So we'll have Brandy Lynn on deck. How's that sound? So Brandy Lynn, you can post your question really at any point. It's if you have other things going on and just want to be listening in, you can type your question out now. That's totally fine. So Pika Lee says, things are going well with Taurus so far. It's been 3 months that we've been seeing each other now. I'm curious to know if he will make things official soon, maybe around my birthday. I feel like he may be scared to be vulnerable, or if he's possibly scared of an official relationship. Thank you. Okay. Let's find out what's going on. All right. Let's find out for Pika Lee and Taurus. Okay. Ooh, we're bending over to get the cards. Phil. And we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So I think this is clarifying the fact that, yes, probably around your birthday or very soon coming up, there will be talk of making things more official and also possibly confirming the vulnerability aspect of it. Not that he doesn't want to make it official. It's just the maybe feelings and emotions, or just kind of hoping that you feel that way, but not wanting to extend himself in that way. And then you reject him. There's maybe a bit of a fear about that that's being confirmed here with this Ace of Swords energy. But with the Six of Pentacles, this is about the balance. How you feel, he feels, how you feel. You're very, I would say, on par with each other as far as feelings go. It's not like one of you is totally invested and over the moon in love and the other's just like, eh. No, it's very balanced. So however it is you feel toward him, pretty guaranteed that he feels very similarly about you. As far as love, like strength, the strength of the love, the strength of the connection, it's very on par with how he's feeling as well. So there's no major imbalance where one of you is like completely in love and the other's just like, ew, get away from me. No. It feels very balanced to me. And I love this. We have you are free. So this to me is not like you are free, like you're single and you're going to stay single forever. No, this is like the carefree, just feeling really good in who you are. And it's usually around that time that the relationship can then become official. It's like you're free to make that next step. You're free to move forward in your relationship. You're free of your worries, your stress, your maybe even fear about being vulnerable and professing that love or that at least very strong affection towards somebody. This to me feels like there's really no blockage except possibly maybe the vulnerability, but with the Ace of Swords coming out as kind of the clarity to clear out any confusion or just unsure of the next steps. Yeah, I would say by your birthday, things will be more official than they are now. But let's just see any guidance, wisdom, advice, words Pika Lee needs to know about this connection and moving forward. Yeah, the sun. Carefree, happy vibes. Again, you are free. I think really goes in alignment with what's going on. Very free when you're with him, and believe that he does feel a bit of fear on his side. But just letting him know that, hey, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't think you're weird for liking me because, hey, I like you too. So I guess we can be weird together if that's the case. But let's just see. I'm feeling like pulling an oracle card as well. Anything Pika Lee needs to know about this connection? Just moving forward, taking things to the next level. Yeah, past lives. We've already really confirmed a lot of past life connection in what you have going on with Taurus. But it says here, release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom, and healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So there might be a bit of like, again, with Venus now going direct, anybody who's in any kind of romantic connection specifically is feeling a forward momentum or at least progress in a relationship, because for the last 40 days plus, tack 2 weeks on to that, so 64 days, 66, 67 days, because it's been direct for a few days now. So for about 67 days of the time that you've been dating, Venus has been retrograde. So yeah, things will now really start moving like forward because you're free now. There's a flow coming in to really assist, like on a collective, a lot of people's relationships. Things are moving forward. So let's get one more. Just anything else Pika-Lee needs to know. This relationship. Yeah, innocence. Beautiful. So it says, take time to play. I mean, the sun and the you are free card. Can we get any clearer with that? Nurture your inner child and live with a childlike sense of wonder. So maybe even going on a date where it's something that both of your inner children would have just loved or do love now, but something you would have loved to do as a child, whether it's a theme park or I don't know, something you want to do as a child, whatever that looks like as a date. Could be really fun. Or just something that makes you feel like a kid again, even if it's not something you would have ever thought of doing as a kid. Just something that makes you feel free and light and just childlike and playful and joyful could really raise the stakes in the relationship. And I know you recently did go on that trip together. I think that really did help solidify things in both of your minds that, hey, this is good stuff. They have 10 of Pentacles on the back of the deck. So, like, there's longevity here. There's a future here. There's plans for something to shift and change, and probably very quickly, because we have the quick, and the wheel. So that past life karma stuff, where you maybe were still questioning, does he like me as much as I like him? Is this moving forward? It's like very soon you won't have to question these things at all. It will just be very, very blatantly obvious that yes, we're meant to be together and things are moving forward and he likes me like I like him, so yay. Again, it might take a bit of time for that Venus to start really getting that momentum again and the cycle to clear, but again, with that Knight of Swords coming in, it doesn't usually take too long when the Knight of Swords is involved, so yeah. Do we have something in mind? I will check out Meow Wolf. Oh, fun! Yeah, you feel very free when he's with you. Aw. Yeah. So do something fun, do something you enjoy, just vibe together, hang out together, have some one-on-one time. Maybe have that conversation if it's getting close to your birthday or after your birthday and he hasn't, said, hey, let's take this thing further. Even sometimes just you bringing things up could kind of have him start to express things a little more as well. Yeah, I had a night recently. I tried something new, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Sometimes we've got to get out of that regular old comfort zone to really start feeling some fun vibes, You just got to shake it up once in a while. All right. Well, I hope that resonated. It sounds like a lot of fun energy, and just like I keep hearing the best is yet to come. So just you wait, my dear. There's so much good stuff coming down the pipe for this relationship. Okay. So, Brandy Lynn, go ahead and post your question, my dear. We'll get right into it for you, Brandy Lynn. And we still have Brianna's one card that I have to do a timestamp for. And anyone else that donates, of course, we will take care of you before the timestamp reading. So you can get in right after Brandy Lynn if you were wanting a reading tonight and didn't get one yet. Or if you already have one and want another one, hey, I'm still here. So Brandy Lynn is getting her question ready, and Brianna, need agree, is on deck with a timestamp. So we got a lot of thunder and lightning. I don't know if you probably can't hear that. I bet if I open the window a touch, you can hear it. It's rolling in closer, and we got some rain coming in. Can we hear the rain on the trampoline? Can you hear it? I can hear it. Can you hear it? It's very calming. I love when it rains when I'm falling asleep. There's just it's so, I don't know, it's very cozy to me. I don't know. Just knowing I have a roof over my head and 4 walls and a nice comfy blanket, like there's something so just confirming in my sense of security knowing that. I don't know what it is. You're so welcome, Pika-Lee. Absolutely. Can you hear the thunder? I might just leave that window open for the rest of our live stream. I just love it so much. Yeah, it's been rainy kind of on and off the last couple weeks. Not like every day, but maybe we've had maybe 3 or 4 days of rain over the last three or so weeks. And I love it. So Brandon says, okay, not really a question, but the Mercury retrograde has been conjunct my natal ascendant, and the world has been throwing every petty obnoxious annoyance my way. I guess I just need spirit to send me. Continue. Yeah, Mercury retrograde's been a little extra special. Some autumn equinox pumpkin spice vibes. I love it. I love it. Yes, let's tune in and find out just what does she need to know. She needs some chill time, right? All right. Yeah, when it's conjunct your ascendant, that just, it's like you yourself just feel off when it's Mercury retrograde, or any kind of retrograde that's conjunct your ascendant. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's definitely some good stuff coming in. There might be some emotional stuff you're working through to kind of come out on the other side of this Mercury retrograde. But by the time Mercury goes back direct and it's in that forward momentum, you're going to be feeling just, ready, ready for some forward momentum, some new stuff. You're going to have some epiphanies, maybe even if you haven't had any kind of epiphanies about yourself or about how you show up, how you express yourself. They're definitely coming, and something that you can actually put into physical reality, put into practice. So you're learning things about yourself that are going to be clear to other people. So whether this is you learning something about yourself, and then you start styling your appearance different, maybe you're cutting your hair or switching out your wardrobe. There's something you're doing that's going to be appearance wise very obvious. Maybe you're just glowing. But let's just see. Just advice in this Mercury retrograde conjunct natal ascendant. Yeah, Hierophant. So you're maybe doing things in a very traditional way, but it's like the steps you're taking are traditional, but maybe the thing you're doing or the steps you're taking as far as your next level up are maybe untraditional. Oh, we have an ad in 2 seconds, so I just want to take a quick little break just in case. Just in case Brandy Lane gets drug away. You're so ready, and yeah, the epiphany resonates. Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, Mercury really does deal with our intellect and our ideas and even our thought process, and could be even belief systems. So there could be some shifts about, especially the thoughts, the beliefs about who you are, your thoughts about you. Even limiting or lack mentalities about abilities, about talents, about worthiness. These things can all shift when you have Mercury conjunct your ascendant. So let's see. Or Mercury retrograde transiting conjunct your ascendant. Ooh, I love it. Knight of Cups and King of Pentacles. So not only do you have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the King getting down to business, making some ish happen. So by the time this is over, all said and done, into forward momentum, you are majorly in control of something. And these ideas you have, these epiphanies you have, it's like that Midas touch. When the King of Cups King of Pentacles comes out, it can be this sense of a Midas touch of everything you touch turns to gold. These ideas you have that you then write down or create something with really turn to gold. It's butchering the spelling, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, the Hierophant really is, there could even be some contracts, and they say, oh, don't sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. But these could be more like spoken agreements or contracts that you're making, more to the point with yourself. These new contracts you're making with yourself. This is reminding me of the 4 agreements, these contracts or agreements we make with ourselves and others. So sometimes if you've already read the 4 agreements, it's always a good time to reread it, because every time I've reread that book, I've gotten deeper and even more in tune insights with how I can take this knowledge of the 4 agreements and really make my life better, which is kind of my cue. I probably should be reading it yet again. It's about that time. But with this also Knight of Cups, this is about feeling like you have something to offer the world and also something to offer yourself. You're not feeling like you're cutting yourself short or selling yourself short. You're showing up for others, obviously, a lot of the time. But now during this Mercury retrograde, and especially when it's over and said and done and you're on your way, you're going to feel like you're really showing up for yourself in ways that maybe you haven't been able to before or just didn't appear to you. It to me really feels like the sense of self-actualization or big realizations you're having that you can now show up for yourself in an even more mature and spiritual and like self-centric, again, not self-centered, but self-centric way where, you're running all your ideas through your own lens of your experience in your life. But also through that like lens of your spirit. It's really going to give you some clarity in how you show up in the world for yourself, how you show up in the world for others, and even your self-expression. Because when Mercury does go retrograde over, especially like an ascendant or a moon or a sun, these are pretty big like reveals that are coming up per the way you're gaining the intellect, depending on what house or planet or whatever's affected. And because it's your ascendant, that's your whole persona, that's your body, that's your personality. It's, so much of who you present yourself to be that is shifting and that you're showing up in a better way for yourself with that. So let's see. Anything else Brandy Lynn needs to know about all this? Oh, so we have friendship as well. And this to me, again, because this is such a self-realization kind of reading, it's about becoming your own best friend, really. And I think that's what this deeper insight into who you are is about you really becoming and already being, but really digging out to bring it to the surface, this person that you love to be around. Because we are the one person we can't escape. By driving thousands or millions of miles, we could still not escape ourselves. And this really is about becoming a friend to yourself, a true friend to yourself. When you are, talking about yourself or to yourself in your own head, it's about not beating yourself up or being hard on yourself. It's about giving yourself the grace you would give your very best friend. And that's really what you're gaining through all of this. Even though things have been feeling very trying and petty and obnoxious and annoying and just in your way, it's like you're getting out of your own way in a lot of ways as well. Because it's almost like that, you wake up, you get out of bed, you stub your toe, and then you're like cursing to yourself, like, oh, that hurt. And then you get into the bathroom and you hit your elbow on the door and you're like, and it's like just this cascade effect on your way to work. You're honking at people, you're mad. And it's like the whole rest of the day is just colored by the fact you stubbed your toe. But then when you get this mindset shift of, oh, I stubbed my toe, but like, ow, that hurt. And, give yourself the grace that, oh, yes, that hurt. But then recenter yourself and say, today's going to be a good day. And I know that sounds so cliche. Let's just rephrase this. But that's almost what you're doing, but like with who you are. Not the things that are happening externally, but a lot of the things that are happening internally. You're shifting as a result of this Mercury retrograde when it's over. All right, one more like outcome, further guidance, just anything else Brandy Lynn needs to know before we close out. And we have the 5th house of joy and play. And, a lot of talents are residing in the 5th house as well. So allowing yourself that sense of joy, to be able to play and to even try on new hats. When you're learning this new wisdom and knowledge about yourself, putting it into practice by just trying new things with this new version of yourself or, just this insight you're getting. And even if you don't quite know what to do with all the insights, sometimes just writing it down or testing it out through whatever medium or talent you want can really benefit. And of course, if you have children, including the children, in the fun and in the play. And I think you do have children, correct me if I'm wrong. But allowing the children to come in and also experience this new version of yourself along the way. Very fun. All right, Brandy Lynn. Very cool, very different messages, but very cool message I think came through for you. So yeah, fear not. The Mercury retrograde will cease to exist, at least for another 3 months. Very, very soon. It will go back into forward motion and leave your ascendant alone for a little while. Yeah, finally really dive into that creative sabbatical now with the kids are back in school. 2 kids. Yes. Yeah. And then Ace of Pentacles on the back deck. New opportunities. New opportunities. I love to see it. Yeah. Especially when the kids go back to school. It's like, now it's time to get back to your creative sabbatical and really just tune in. Yeah. It's awesome. Yay, Brandy Lynn. I hope that helped and brought you some guidance and clarity that this too shall pass. This Mercury retrograde too shall pass. All right, Brianna, 11921. 1 hour, 19 minutes, 21 seconds for Brianna. Beat agree. And we already have her question. Hello, Sage Baby the Alchemist. Welcome, welcome. If you did miss our collective reading, I have that at the very beginning of the live stream if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I'm kind of last call for any donations of anybody who wants a personal reading. Last call for donations because we are on the last donation, at least that I have currently. So let's go to Brianna's question, which is down here. Okay. Brianna wants to know, I allow guidance, clarity, and confirmation in this reading. Channel a message regarding my yoga event on 9/24/23, please. Yes, yes. All right. So let's tune in for Brianna for this yoga event she has on the 24th of this month of this year. And see guidance, clarity, wisdom, whatever needs to come through. Can you guys hear the thunder? And the rain. It's raining, it's thundering. It's a good time. Hope we don't lose power, though. That would not be fun. So we're trying to do a reading. All right, what do we need to know for Brianna for this yoga event? Ooh, we have 3 coming out hot. Okay, 1 card read. You know I can never stick to 1 card, so here we go. So 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Okay, so it might, okay, you'll have to let me know in the comment if you want to leave a comment about this. There was, either this was hard work to get this event to come to fruition, or you thought maybe at one point you weren't going to be able to go and now you can. There was some sort of overwhelming, maybe even anxiety, because we do have the 2 of Swords here, which normally full-on anxiety would be more of a 9 of Swords, maybe even 8 of Swords, but definitely 9 of Swords energy. So it may not have been a full anxiety about it, but there might have been some going back and forth, or can I do it? Should I not? Should I? Or if money was an object, there was some sort of debate, either going here or going to another event or doing the event at all. You'll know. You'll personally know what that is. But we could interpret this in many different ways. So whatever felt burdensome and heavy and maybe even confusing about this event, it's like you're leaving it in the past, because we have 9 of Cups, which is like, you know, a wish fulfillment. There's a wish coming true as a result of you going to this yoga event. So when I got the email that you had donated, when I wanted to see, okay, who donated so I could put them on the list as front and center, you're the first person to donate today. Your question was so short that I just read it real quick. And as I read it, I got chills now. As I read it, I felt like you were going to, if you weren't meeting someone new that you could become really good friends with, if someone you already knew, it's like you're really re-solidifying or even further solidifying that connection. But if this is someone you're just meeting, same thing. You're creating a very solid connection with somebody, or maybe multiple somebodies, at this yoga event. All right, so let's get some further guidance. Just anything else Brianna needs to know about this yoga event. All right, the Magician. So you can make of this event what you want. You can get out of this event what you want. You can show up as the greatest version of yourself that you want. You're in control here over both how you show up, how you appear, what you get out of it. So if you kind of set the intention now that you're going to really learn a lot, or gain some wisdom, gain some friendships or networks, connections. I mean, they don't have to be like ultimate soul sister or brother connections, although they can be. At the very least, it could be like a network connection, or just a connection, you know, in the yoga world, that could maybe serve you and you could serve them in the future as like a mutually beneficial exchange. So you're making connections. That's really what I see here. And it feels like wish fulfillment. So there might be something going on that just feels like a dream come true to you. But with this Magician here, you're in more control of how you feel or what happens or doesn't happen than you know. So you're in further or greater control than you know at this time. But I do feel like you're going to have a lot of fun. With that 9 of Cups, there's a lot of fun. That's just really enjoying yourself. And then we have the Goddess. So, ooh, with that Magician energy, it's like you're showing up as this goddess energy, and people are really going to be feeling the vibe. You're going to be glowing. You're going to be just giving off this vibe of, I love what I do. I'm good at what I do, without being ego. There's no ego here. This is just pure spirit and pure just passion for what you're doing. And with the Goddess energy here, it says, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty and love every part of you. So it's like you're really, maybe even through this yoga event, discovering this piece of self-love or this more unconditional love than you've given yourself before. Or, if you have given it to yourself before, it's like you're finding greater depths to this unconditional love you have for not only others, but also for yourself. All right, Phil, we need one more. Anything else Brianna needs to know about this yoga event on the 24th? Ooh. And we have here the combative Aries. And I actually love this because, especially if you're feeling a little with this connection of cards, if you're feeling a little unsure or what if I don't know anybody? What if, what if, all the what ifs we have when we're trying something new, going to a new event. I love that you're showing up in this Aries energy because this is someone who is very passionate about what they're doing. They're showing up. They may not have everything figured out, but they're going to try new things. And this is about starting new things, creating something new. There's this new energy here. And what I'm seeing is like that Bharani Nakshatra within Aries in Vedic astrology, the Nakshatra or star system that is within Aries constellation, Bharani, it is about that womb energy, the divine feminine energy that this goddess card talks about. So if you have time and want to do some research on Bharani Nakshatra, it's spelled like this. So Brianna, if you're watching the replay, which I know you probably have to, it's spelled like this, Bharani. I think that's how you spell it. Let me see my nakshatra book here. But I know it is like that womb energy, divine feminine energy. I think I want to say off the top of my head, it's Aditi, but I could be wrong. Bharani. Did I spell it right? I did. Ooh, look at me. My son is in the nakshatra of Bharani. But yeah, it's the second nakshatra of the 27 lunar mansions or nakshatras. And it is about being courageous, having that pioneering spirit, proud, confident, famous, good health, vibrant, help from their friends and family, fond of family, but few biological children. So not that you are like trying to create children here, but again, it's that yoni energy of the female, and that's that like female like sex organs. And then the ruling planet is Venus, which just finally is now back in forward momentum. And by the time you go to your event, Venus will be direct and on her way to glory. So yeah, this to me does feel like really good energy, good vibes, really good, networking. There is this element of fame that does come when you have the sun in Bharani. Intelligence, being tactful, respected, wealth, creative nature, and just being able to make those connections that a lot of other people, me as a Bharani sun, a lot of times I do feel like I'm more introverted, which I think maybe goes with, well, it's funny because I have Gemini moon, which you would think they're very talkative and, all over the place as well. But I don't know if it's the Libra ascendant in me or what, but I'm usually more reserved until I get to know someone and then I come alive. So you might kind of just show up and feel a bit reserved. And then by the time you jump in, you're ready to come alive and you're feeling this goddess energy. It's beautiful. But if you want to do further research on that Bharani Nakshatra energy, and you yourself may even have planets or placements, or there just might be something significant about that in your chart, because we all have it in our chart somewhere. Even if there's nothing there, it's going to take up residence or location in a house in our chart. And so obviously it's going to be the sign of Aries. So wherever your natal Mars rules or is placed could tell you how this Bharani energy is showing up in your life. All right. So specifically about your event, it feels to me like, this can be whatever you make it to be. So if you're feeling really low and sad that morning, you can make it that. But I don't see that you're going to do that. You're going to show up feeling confident about your abilities and ready to learn, eager to learn, that Aries energy is ready to show up and get started. So that's what you're showing up with. So I love it, Brianna. Thanks again for your donation. I hope this helped. You'll have to let me know in the comments, since I didn't get to see you live in the comments. Let me know if it resonated or not. And of course, once the event takes place, you'll have to let us know how it went and what you did and what you experienced and how cool it was and all the things. All right. So let me just double check. I'm pretty sure we are taken care of as far as everything. Yes. Just let me know if you have donated and I missed you. Hello, Sandy. We are about to click off. So if anyone else, last call before we go for the evening. But I've had fun. We did a nice, fun collective reading at the beginning. Venus is now direct. Oh, Sandy is sending, so we will stand by. We can't leave without Sandy. All right. I'm logging in. Just double checking that Sandy wasn't the only one. Just making sure. Okay, yep. We're caught up thus far, so we will wait for Sandy. Right? I know. Yeah, YouTube is fun with the way they lie. I love it. Yep. It's like one is the loneliest number, but is it? Is it really though, YouTube? Oh, funny. All right. So Sandy. Sandy. Put all these back, get a drink of water. And I don't know if anyone can even hear that thunder, but there's quite a few flashes of lightning out there as well. It's almost like this just constant rolling thunder. Like it doesn't just thunder and then it's quiet for a while. Like it's just like it's maybe louder at times and then it kind of subsides, but then it's back. Yeah. All right, Sandy, we have your donation. It has come in. So what does Sandy need to know tonight? General. She says general. All right. So let's find out what Sandy needs to know this evening. Tuning into Sandy's lovely energy. What does Sandy need to know? And we have here the King of Cups. So this is about you feeling balanced emotionally. So if that has not been the case, this is coming up for you. So if you've been feeling either almost numb or just overly emotional, there's coming a balance of the two. And feeling like you can make decisions without, getting triggered and then wanting to lash out. This is someone who, if they are triggered, feel it, heal it, deal with it, figure it out, and then they make a choice, make a decision. So if there are any decisions that you need to make anytime soon coming up, you will be making them from a very balanced perspective and approach. And you'll be making the best possible decisions for yourself. Especially tuning into the heart energy on this King of Cups. Really tuning into your heart. If there is any kind of decision or plan that you have coming up or are maybe currently going through, really tuning in, even just literally putting both hands on your heart, closing your eyes, just feeling the heart beating beneath your hands and just tuning in, asking your question just to see what kind of thoughts, ideas, feelings pop up for you. Could be a really good indication of making the best possible choice for yourself. We have the star. This is the make a wish and then make it happen card, but it's almost like you've already set in motion for something really amazing to happen, and now you're just waiting for it to happen. So it's not like you have to put any further work or investment or time or effort into something. It's already coming in as a result of past, deeds, efforts, work, money invested, whatever it is. So something you've done in the past is going to come back good karma-wise. And especially because I always have to point this out with the star. It comes after the tower in the tarot. And the tower is not a fun time for most of us anyway. The tower can be major ups and downs, big things going on that you a lot of times feel out of our control. So if you've been through some hard times lately, this is letting you know that those were not for just the sake of watching you suffer. There's some really good things coming as a result of all that you've been through. Sandy says, wow, yay. Sandy's on to something here. So let's see anything else Sandy needs to know. And this is also recognition or reward. Again, usually as a result of something you've done in the past that you didn't get the accolades, the credit, the whatever. But at the very least, there's some wish fulfillment coming in hot for you, Sandy. And I think I saw the 8 of, yep. Do you hear that really loud thunder? I can't be the only one. It is so loud. It shook my house. I could feel it in my feet and my elbow touching the table. But wow, yes. 8 of Wands coming in hot, and just like lightning and thunder, it comes in very quickly. And this is a card of purpose, of forward momentum, of action. There could even be some financial, a lot of times finances, especially finances that have been held up or denied to you, could be coming forward at this time with this 8 of Wands. I almost said 8 of Swords. That is not the energy. 8 of Wands. And I like how they look like little flowers and almost like vegetables. Like this guy looks like a squash or something. I don't know, like a elongated carrot, or I don't know. They just look very fun and cute. That like they're here for it. They're ready to move forward. I love storms too, Brandy Lynn. I have a whole story where I was almost struck by lightning and my weeping willow tree at my mom's house like sucked me away. Like I fell back. Like some force either pulled me or pushed me back. And right where I was standing, lightning struck. Like within seconds. Like it just couldn't register what just happened. Yeah. So that's my like almost struck by lightning story. Didn't, but almost. Almost. All right. What else does Sandy need to know? But because we're talking about all this lightning, and now I'm seeing a patch of blue sky. So the storms, but also lightning strikes, you know, an idea strikes or inspiration strikes. You know, we could take all sorts of analogies from this for Sandy's reading here. What else does Sandy need to know? Ooh, new opportunity, but also possible money coming in again. Could be money that was held up, could be money as a result of a new endeavor or opportunity or income source, whatever. This could be multiple ways, could even be multiple different opportunities for money to come in, or if it's not cash money, it could be abundance, time, effort, affection, love, things that make you feel good in a tangible way. Where are we going next for Sandy? Over here. All right, what else does Sandy need to know? Ooh, Sandy needs to know 2 more things at least. Oh, we have an ad coming in 3 seconds. Ooh, 3 more things. So we'll just take a quick pause just in case Sandy gets drug away. I don't want to interrupt her reading. All right, so we have strength. Hopefully Sandy's back. So this challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side and look for the gifts in the situation. Again, any tower moments or big things that you've recently been through, you're coming out on the other side stronger than ever. Star energy. And we have balance. So it says take time to relax. So do that if you haven't been. Indulge a little more or less, depending if you've been indulging too much or not enough. Balance it out. And then set boundaries with your work. If you've been overworking or underworking, find that balance again with the balance. And lastly, we have the miracles card, which is always star energy for sure. But it says here, have faith in that your miracle is on the way. Your prayers have been answered, and surrender the how. So you don't need, Sandy, you don't need to know how those bills are going to be paid or how that relationship is going to be fixed or how whatever. You don't need to know the how. You just need to know at this point, especially with this reading we've gotten for you, that it's happening. It's on the way. If it's not already here, it's on the way very soon. Things are happening. All right, what else does Sandy need to know? Anything else for our wonderful Sandy? 2 more things. Opposition, tension, and opposites. But this is letting us know that there is a limit. You have been stretched to the limit, and you don't have to endure any more of any of this big difficult situation, or if it's been a series of maybe small situations that have just kind of added up to this big that is behind you, because there's a limit to that, and you have learned whatever lessons you needed to learn with this. So it's interesting because Saturn is actually currently in Vedic astrology in Aquarius, and opposite of where Saturn is currently transiting is the sign of Leo. So wherever your house of Leo, if you care to do the homework and find out, wherever your house of Leo to me feels like where you're going to get a big shift, a big change, something you're ready and waiting for. And then the opposition comes out again. And then on the back of the deck, I just put these 2 away. Look at that. They're back. So yes, it's just reaffirming that yes, this opposition you've had, the tension, the just opposites, feeling maybe just opposite of yourself, maybe feeling like just, again, unbalanced. But again, we have that balance card to come in and bring in that balance that maybe has been eluding you or you've been wishing or hoping for is coming in. And the strength that you are gaining as a result of all this, and again, those miracles that are taking place because all this effort and work that you put into something, miracles are taking place very soon for you, Sandy. I hope that resonated. Big hugs to you, Sandy. There's a lot of good stuff coming in and very quickly, and so much stuff that's just related to your purpose in life or just feeling like you have a purpose in life. is going to shift. If you haven't been feeling very purposeful or passionate about anything, that's about to change. The Eight of Wands can also indicate good news coming in. Well, news of any kind, but because of what you got going on here, I would say good news. So be on the lookout. Bolo, be on the lookout. Great, thank you. Oh, you are most welcome, my dear. And it's always a pleasure to read for you. And thanks again for your lovely donation. And the storm is over. The storm is past. There's no more thunder. The rain has quit. I like storm, but it's over. So Sandy, maybe that's a metaphor for your life. Any storms you've been weathering, it's over. At the very least, that sun is about to peek through the clouds and blue skies ahead. At least until the next whatever happens. Because life is life, right? I mean, crap's always going to hit the fan at some point. But we do have those blue skies and rainbows and sunshine's coming out at least once in a while to keep life interesting. So, yes. I hope that resonated for you, Sandy. Thanks again for your lovely donation. And I love every one of you. And I'm so glad you could hang out with me. And if you missed the collective reading at the beginning of the live stream, hey, you might just get some further insight if you asked a question or not and just are curious, want to know. Check it out. I didn't ramble too much at the beginning of this live stream, so it's pretty close to the beginning. I think within 7-8 minutes, I got into the reading and we got going tonight. All right, you guys, so I'm going to leave it there. I will be back here on Friday at I would say either 10 or 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm trying to figure out my new work schedule now that the kids are back in school. I might go back to my regular 9 to 5, 10 a.m. work schedule, or I might just keep it where I was in the summer at 11 a.m. I'm not sure yet. With the dog, that kind of changes things from my last previous when the kids were in school time frame. I'm still trying to figure out how to, not have him in the crate so much so that I can be with him. And yeah, so we're still working that out. And I think at least last week, 11 a.m. worked better than 10 a.m. as far as, me being able to do what I need to do and get the kids out the door in the morning and feed everybody and do work I need to do and also be live and dealing with the dog. So that will probably most likely, just for sake of keeping things consistent, I'll probably be here at 11 a.m. on this Friday, Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So stay tuned, hang out with us. We're probably going to be doing a free 1-card pull for everyone who's here on that. And of course, yet another giveaway. So I will leave you with that. Thanks again so much, you guys, for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Live. Bye.